Welcome back to CubeZero, and today I'm going to be ranking every 2-look OLL case plus pretty much some of the OLL cases that I've learned over time. And I was originally going to make like just a list of the 2-look OLL cases, and I was like, shit, there's only like 10 cases here, which makes me think, right, it's actually proper easy to learn OLL. I was like, shit, now I need to learn some more stuff. So let's see what we got here. So first we're starting off with this one, right? It took me a while to learn this. I think this was the last official 2-look OLL that I ever learned. I think this was the very last one that I ever learned, and for good reason as well, because the algorithm for this it took me a while to learn. Honestly, it didn't take me as long as any of these lot to learn. But honestly, now that I have it, I get it quite a lot in solves, and it's really not that bad. I honestly don't think it's that bad of an algorithm. That being said, it's not anything crazy, so I'll just put it in the meh. Put it in meh. It's meh. To be honest, it's meh. This algorithm is also kind of meh, but at the same time, it was much easier for me to learn, and I think that any beginner could easily learn this algorithm. It doesn't take that much effort. It only has a wide move, and that's pretty much the only thing that you'll see in the algorithm. But other than that, it's literally just a sexy move then sledgehammer, if I remember correctly. Anyways, I would say that this is a good algorithm. It's not the best, but there's nothing like really wrong with it. All right, here we go. The soon OLL cases, right? The soon OLL case is probably one of, if not the best OLL cases that you can get, in my opinion. It's probably my fastest OLL algorithm, and I just really enjoy having this in a solve because essentially I think it's the third algorithm you learn in the beginner's method. You know, you learn the sexy move, the inverse sexy, and then you learn the soon that you can solve the last layer. But whatever. Regardless, this is one of the best algorithms there is, and I have absolutely nothing against it. I actually quite like this algorithm because of how fast it is and how easy it is to learn. So this is definitely a goated algorithm, the first goated algorithm of our time. Right, so then we have this one. This one also took me quite a while to learn. I don't actually know why. There's really nothing wrong with this algorithm. It's just a really odd finger trick for a beginner, but overall, there's nothing really wrong with this algorithm. It has an odd finger trick and all, but it's pretty fast for me. I'd say it's a pretty fast algorithm. That being said, it's not like a good algorithm. I wouldn't be happy getting it in a solve, so I'll just keep it in meh tier for right now. This algorithm, right, despite this being one of the first algs I ever learned for OLL, absolutely hates it. I'm not joking. When I get this into a solve, I'm dying inside because I have to do a fucking F move with my thumb every time I get this, and I absolutely hate it. And for that reason, I will absolutely put it in the hell nah tier. By the way, I don't know why this is just called detail. Let me put it in the, let me actually just delete the row. Let me add a row below. Say I'm cooked. Let's do that. So we have goated, good, meh, hell nah, and cooked. Worst of the worst OLLs. Right, so that being the lowest OLL, if you'd have asked me the same question like 2 years ago, I absolutely would not have said this same answer at all. So let's move on to this OLL. I actually quite like this OLL. You know, the algorithm is pretty cool. It's pretty cool to finger trick, honestly. I enjoy when I get it in a solve because it's literally just sexy move minus that, do it again. I actually don't know how to explain it, but it's a really good algorithm, and I encourage all beginners to learn it. It's a little bit difficult to recognize because obviously it's so similar to this one. You can mess them up. I've messed it up a couple times, but you get the hang of it eventually. It's a really good algorithm in my opinion. It's definitely a goated tier. It's not as good as the soon, but it's quite fast to do. And the anti-soon, that's also pretty much the same thing. The recognition you might mess up because really it's really difficult to tell the difference between these two as a beginner. When you start doing it more and you start doing OLL more and you learn it properly, there's no real problem with it. It's just a really, it's just a fast algorithm, honestly. It's quite a fast algorithm. So we'll just put it in goated tier as well. I think it's gonna go above this because I like this one a little bit more. Is CubeZero, this algorithm. I don't actually think I know this algorithm, so I'm gonna have to look it up real quick because I actually have no idea what this algorithm is. And these all came from the beginner OLL thing. Oh, right. Okay, so I did the algorithm that it said I should do, and it's not giving me. Oh, alright, so essentially what these three are is these are just cases where it involves the edges. So what you're meant to do with these cases is, if you didn't already know, or if you're too good that you've forgotten at this point, with 2-look OLL, what you do is you get one of these three cases or one of these. You'll get between 4 different types of cases. No edges, 2 edges, no edges, 2 edges in a line, 2 edges in an R shape, or a full cross solved. And obviously the full cross solved is the best one. Wait, I've just noticed it spells an F. Yo, that actually spells an F. But what I'm saying is there are 4 types of OLLs. You don't want to get the dot case because those have the longest algorithms, because you need to get the dot case and set it up to one of these. You get this, set it up to one of these, or you get this and set it up to one of these. So by that metric, I'm automatically going to put dot in cook tier, and these two can just go in hell now. So yeah, I don't like these because you have to set it up to one of these and then it wastes even more time. But that is just, it's pretty bad. Hey, that's the price of not learning 57 algorithms for OLL. $1. That's the price. But regardless, let's move on. We have this case. I actually don't know the name of any of these cases except, well, this one, because it's quite obvious. This one. But I really like this case because the wide F move algorithm is like really cool to do for me. Recognition is a little bit complicated when you think about it because they're essentially the exact same thing, just inversed. But at the end of the day, it's a pretty cool algorithm and I like doing them both. I like getting them in solves because it's quite a short algorithm and there's nothing really wrong with it. So I'm gonna put this one in good tier. Actually, I'm gonna put this one in goated tier. This one can go in good tier just because I find this one easier because my right hand's my dominant hand. So yeah. Now this was one of the first full OLO algs I learned. I think I learned this a couple years ago, and it was the H shape. I really like it because, you know, if I'm being honest, right, there is not enough M moves in C-Flop solves. I said it. But CubeZero, just go and learn root. Shut the fuck up, bro. I actually don't care. There's not enough M moves in a C-Flop solve, and this crosses them together, right? This crosses them together. It combines them in a way that it puts an M move in such a good position for you to finger trick. That being said, I'll put it at the very top of goated algorithms because I personally love this algorithm. This algorithm, however, it's literally the opposite of this algorithm. These two are opposites, and I learned this one by accident. I think I was like messing around with this one and I did this one. What I've done with this, I mean, I don't hate it as an alg. It's alright. It's nothing special, honestly, if I'm being fully honest. It's nothing special. Don't have a problem with it. But I feel like the way that they did, like the finger trick, having to do wide sexy move, then move the middle layer down, then insert the pair back in, quite odd. I don't really like it, but it's a pretty fast alg for me, and it's very easy to recognize. It's one of the easiest ones to recognize in my opinion. So I'll just keep it in good tier for now. This algorithm, absolute easiest algorithm ever. Definitely top of goated tier. And this one as well. These lot are like 5 moves, man. There's no reason you should like not like these algorithms. There is one issue with them though. These lot look the exact same. It is so easy for you to mess these two up. I'm not joking. It's actually so easy for you to mess them up, because if you mess these up, then you get a completely bad algorithm, and God forbid you mistake this one for one of these, and you could have had a 5 move algorithm, but no, you did all this just to get a wrong case. So although it is the best algorithm on this list by far, it has one major problem with it, and that really sucks. And let's go on to the problem. This algorithm, not only is it too similar, but it's so much different, right? So you have to do a bunch of setup moves. It's literally just a bunch of setup moves, then a reverse sexy move, and that's really annoying to me because it has so much potential to be good like this one, but you have to do setup moves. It's really odd to remember because it's just an odd order of moves. It's quite difficult to remember, but regardless, it's not horrible. It could have been so much better. So I'll just put these in meh tier. I'll put it above this one. This one will go in bottom of it because honestly, I'm not that good. Actually, no, let's swap these around because this one is, wait, what? So I think this one's a little bit better because if I'm not mistaken, I might be getting this wrong, but this algorithm is the right-handed algorithm for it, and my right hand's dominant. I've said this a million times, so I'd find this one a little bit easier than the other one. So let's move on to this algorithm. This algorithm has quite an odd finger trick, if I'm being fully honest. It has quite an odd finger trick where you have to pull it up with your left hand. You have to do a wide left move, then only move the regular L side, and I find that quite weird. But at the same time that it's quite weird, it's quite cool because it teaches you how to only move one layer of the cube at a time whilst you have one there, because a lot of cubes are magnetic nowadays. Actually, 99.999% of good cubes, actually no, all of good cubes are magnetic nowadays, right? So layers move with other layers because that's just how magnets work. They attract. So it teaches you how to manage that so that doesn't happen in real solve, and that's a really useful skill that everybody should learn. So not only is this algorithm a good algorithm, but it also teaches you stuff. So I'm gonna put this up in the goated tier. Same with this one. This one's my right-handed one. I don't think as good, yeah, but regardless, I still think it's really good, so I'll just put it in the good tier for now because it's not as fast. This algorithm, like, you could argue that this algorithm could be in goated, good, or meh. You could argue any of them. Personally, for me, I think it should be in good purely because of recognition, because these two are really similar to each other. It's a really solid algorithm, but the recognition is too difficult. Like, it's not too difficult, it's just might stress out a beginner a little bit too much. So let's put it in middle of good. And then we have this one. Only is the recognition for this one a little bit complicated, but the finger trick is absolutely fucked. Move the F layer down, do a sexy move, then move it back up. Care how good anyone says this algorithm is, by it being probably the first OLO alg you'll ever learn. It's such a bad finger trick when you think about it. Like, when you actually take the time to think about it, it's such a bad finger trick. Beginners might not even understand properly at their first try. The only upside is it teaches beginners how to deal with shit finger tricks, but still, I don't don't think it's actually that good. I don't think that justifies it properly. So we'll just put it in meh tier for now. So next we have this one. This one's actually one of my favorite PLO algorithms. Like, not only because the algorithm is like satisfying to do and shit, because it's quite easy to recognize, right? Because honestly, in my opinion, because I've done this algorithm so many times, I've drilled it, I'm not good in terms of speed, but I can very easily tell the difference between these two algorithms, and that's something that you might not be able to say the same for these two algs, right? You might not be able to say the same for them. I know for sure that I can tell these two apart with no problem. So that being said, I think this is my faster one because it's right-handed and this is left-handed. Regardless, they're both really good algorithms, and I really enjoyed the process of learning them, and also when I get them in solves. Fast, they're quite cool to finger trick, and overall, I quite enjoy getting them in solves. So I'm gonna put this at the top of good, and I'm also gonna put this in, I'll put it next in good. Then last but not least, how the fuck did I mess that up? Last but not least, the OLO skip. Now the OLO skip is a classic I keep missing it up, bro. Skip is a classic OLO that many people enjoy getting. I wouldn't say it's as good as a PLO skip, because in my opinion, an OLO skip, actually no, I'd take back what I'm saying. I take that back fully. It's much better than a PLO skip, because when you finish OLO, you're probably gonna like turn the top layer anyways to check what PLO you have, versus where if you get a PLO skip, you're constantly turning the top layer to see if it's a skip. You're not gonna be doing that anyway. Say you had a J-perm and you did a J-perm, you wouldn't rotate the top, you wouldn't turn the top layer. You wouldn't turn the top layer to check if the cube's done. You have the muscle memory built into your muscles, and you know when it's done. However, for OLO, you don't need that, because you're gonna turn the layer anyway. That being said, it is probably one of the best cases to get in all of cubing, because not only is an OLO skip good because it saves the most amount of algorithms that you need to do in a solve, do 2-look OLO, only does it do that, no matter what type of AUF you end up doing, just turning the last layer to see what happens, it doesn't matter because you're gonna do it anyway for PLO. So I know this has been a little bit of a short video. I know this feels quite rushed, but I'll be honest, I still have a cold from last week. Like, my voice is, I think my voice is fixed. I don't sound as dead as I did before, but I was still coughing a couple times during this video. As you just seen the cut right now, that was because I just coughed. But regardless, this is my final opinion on pretty much all the OLOs that I've learned so far, and I'm not gonna lie to you. The people in the comments saying for me to stop the OLO series was right, because I've forgotten every OLO I learned in it, pretty much. I've forgotten pretty much every single OLO I learned in it. Like, I'm not even joking. I only remember day one off by heart, but everything after that, I've forgotten every single one. So you lot in the comments might have been right. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This took absolutely zero effort to make, and I did this recording in 22 minutes and 15 seconds. But hey, game's the game. You guys got scammed, not me. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video that probably drops next week. I have half term soon, so I might drop multiple videos that week, so watch out for that. I guess I'll see you guys soon.